I
You were sick, Jem? What happened? How were you feeling?
Oof, what was the name in English? Epidemic. I think that there was like a virus, everyone actually, and it was a tough one. Yeah, I was just awake for maybe 10 hours in last 5 days. I was just lying on the bed, but now I'm okay.
Oh, wow, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's been a lot of that here as well. A lot of people were sick for a couple of days, kind of like cold.
Show my screen still.
I'm not knowing you.
How are you guys? Where are you?
We're in Honduras. We're in Roatan.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 2 weeks since we got here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cool people, a lot of fun things happening. Actually, today after the call, we're gonna lead a workshop on the same topic for the broader community. So for all of the people that came to Vitalia, to ask them about the insights of how they envision Vitalia as a long-term community, as a permanent community. And so it's fun that it's like all of these things, the agent program and also the consultancy gig that we're doing here is very intertwined. Hello, Nicole. We cannot hear you, Nicole, if you're saying something.
Okay, she's like on the way to a thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Nicole is leaving to Mexico tomorrow. Which, by the way, are you joining Nicole, Jem?
Oh, I came back, sorry. Yes, I bought my tickets.
Oh,
So in 29, yeah, I will be in Mexico City. And yeah, but I'm not sure how to go to Mazunte. And I think that the place is not in the Mazunte actually.
okay. Yeah, you
But
can
yeah,
probably get a flight that's not going to be super expensive from Mexico City to a little bit closer. I know there's like one airport in Oaxaca area that you guys were flying off from one time, and so that or a bus would be a longer journey.
it's on the coast.
Oh, Mazunte is on the coast. Oh, okay. I thought in the coast going to Oaxaca.
It is, but it's just like the coast part.
Okay.
It's like up in the mountain or out on the side. It's pretty large, I guess.
Okay.
Also, I am planning to rent a car, but I'm not sure about the prices. If it's not that expensive, actually, maybe that will be cool. But let's see.
Yeah, you can probably get something reasonable, like $30 a day, $40 a day. I'm not sure. I remember the first time I went to Mexico, I rented a car for like 3 weeks and it was super cheap, but that was like 3 years ago. But it was really affordable and way more convenient to just put your things inside and drive. So that probably will be a good option for you.
Yeah, I will also bring some silk products from Hatay. Some
Milk.
clothes and scarves and beautiful stuff. So I will have some, yeah, baggages.
Yeah, is you wanna just have it as your
No, I want to sell them. Like, yeah, I want to start like a silk business.
Oh, okay. And so you're bringing like finished products. It's not like
Yes.
oh, okay. Cool. That's a cool business.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, were you thinking about an online course? Online sales?
Yeah, like this last week we made a shooting. So I will have the photos, I think today or tomorrow. And I will open a website for my project also. So in this there's a shop part and I will put the stuff there. But yeah, like I also want to bring, and it's kind, how can I say, if I bring the clothes to Mexico, for example, I cannot sell them to Turkey or Europe, like because of the costs, the like shipping cost or something like that. So
Right.
How can I say? I want to sell them in person, but let's
Okay.
see.
Okay, I understand. Hello, Vivi.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good. I made it under my tree.
Yeah, right.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
I've had some test calls, so it's fine, but
okay.
I have another issue now but it's fine. I'll figure it out. It's okay.
So we've been recording the calls and we're sharing them in the agent group. Have you been able to see those?
I was looking for the recording, and then I just saw a comment, I think it was on Instagram, that the calls haven't been up yet. All I did was look at the mirror board and go through what you guys answer the questions that you guys went through, and kind of tried catching up like this, looking at the glossary obviously from the call before. Yeah, but I haven't watched the calls yet, and I was gonna ask if they're available now in the agent group.
Yeah, Nicole uploaded them to the agent group. They're also available on YouTube. These ones we're going to be recording as well. But yeah, feel free to always pop into Miro and go through and exercise yourself. I think this is the most interactive way to go through what we've been doing if for some reason you couldn't attend. So that's cool. And also if you did attend and you want to refresh that, feel free to pop in there and share some notes and go through the exercises. Okay, you guys, happy Tuesday. We probably will have some people popping in a little bit late. I'm definitely expecting 2 people to join, that confirmed. But yeah, we can kick off today's session, and if they join, they can just plug into the journey. So Nicole prepared a beautiful mirror for us. We're also going to go through the agent workbook in today's session. So this is the document that is included in the agent portal document. You can access all of the good stuff in there. I'm gonna share a link to this document once again here in the chat, so you can access it quickly. Let me see. Hello, Andoni.
Yeah, welcome you guys.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Okay, agent portal. Okay, nice. So you have this document there, and if you ever are in doubt about any links, anything that you want to see, it's probably going to be in that document. So we're going to be going through that. You can go ahead and open the Miro from that link. As we're going to be sharing that, we're going to do a little recap of the last session. Oscar's making some notes in the agent workbook. Can you share the Miro board?
Yeah. No.
No, I think you're sharing. I give you host access.
Maybe you can share the mirror board and welcome to the mirror board while I'm setting something
I don't think I can. Share screen. Yeah, because you're this one person that can be a host, and that's you.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, what's up? So welcome. Happy Tuesday, session 3. So now we're really getting into it, right? It's really exciting. My mind is super on consultant mode at the moment. We're at this wonderful project in Honduras. It's a beautiful intersect of a physical location with a digital community of people coming together to create a community, essentially, to create the vision of, let me see what your screen looks like. Okay, so your screen is showing this. Goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna talk real quick. Yeah, you guys, hey, what's up? So is my audio good? Because it's autoing through Sonia's. It's good?
Is it good?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we're really going to get into it now, right? The first week was like a bit of induction and onboarding, describing why we're doing this, how we're doing it, and what we'll be doing over the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks that are coming up. Today, we really hit the ground running. Today, we start with the most important step of the journey, which is honing the vision of the regenerative neighborhood, helping the vision holder to take all of his ideas that are potentially and more than likely from what we've seen with most of the projects we've worked with, floating somewhere up in a cloud and getting them down into a list and then prioritizing that list to really identify what this person wants to build. It's very easy. We'll be doing an interactive exercise on the Miro board soon. Everyone, I invite you to open the Miro board and get on there, drop the link in the chat so everyone can just go in there or whatever, or the agent thing. It's very easy for people to want to do all the things and end up not doing any of the things well. And this is a huge risk in this journey of creating a micro society, which is one of these projects. So I'm going to first open up. I'm going to share my screen here. Window. It's annoying.
Yeah, we're gonna watch and Nicole included a video in the mirror. Maybe let's take a moment to watch the video.
This one?
Yeah. By Simon Sinek. Can you maybe open a big screen?
The audio is not on mine, so it's gonna echo. It's gonna be a disaster.
Okay. Let me turn off my
Mute your computer, please.
Okay. Share your screen, please. Yeah, wait a second, you guys. Technical. Okay. There we are.
This is a long one. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, are we?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, well,
How's the sound for everybody? Go.
Okay, so this is like
It
a little.
didn't even go into the important part yet.
Yeah, why? How? What?
Yeah, this is the best part. This is literally the best part. Okay, great. Okay, so this TED Talk and that like messaging from him is a super big inspiration as well in like my journey with when I'm looking at new organizations, when I've been doing any kind of consulting work for like the last couple of years, everything from like nightclubs to apps to a blockchain company to, you know, now neighborhoods, regenerative land development. Starting with why evokes an emotion in people. You know, it also allows you to set your light at the end of the tunnel most effectively when deciding on all the little decisions on the way there, where it's very easy to get like turned into the status quo, you know, like to just become like everybody else and have no differentiator. Your why is a very important one. And your why is the big thing that we will be talking about today in the vision. Your vision is essentially comprised of the why. So I'm going to share another screen right now. What am I sharing right now? I'm sharing this. Okay, I'm sharing the Miro. Yeah. Let me see the Miro. Okay, so we're here in the Miro. Okay, so I'd like to start with a question with you guys, right? Okay, so who is joined? Let me see who's on the call now. What's up, Michael? Welcome, welcome. Okay, sweet. Nicole, Andoni's here. Sajam, you're here. Great, great. Vivi, did we lose Vivi? Yeah, I think we lost Vivi. Yeah, her connection's not great, but it's okay. We're recording the calls. And in case you guys ever want to go in and check on things in the agent group on the Tribes platform, which we'll be doing a really thorough walkthrough of the Tribes platform today. This will be one of the key tools in this journey to support vision holders with establishing their why, examples of their why, and where they can share it publicly with the world. Because sadly, most of these projects don't have the, let's say, marketing experience, repetitions to realize the value of doing that. So a lot of the times they'll put their Instagram up or their website up and they'll share that we have a farm and we have houses here. You know, all of that is the what. They don't describe the why. You know, why are we doing this community? And it looks just like every other land project that's out there. All right. Okay, so I'd like to start with an interactive thing that Nicole placed in this one, which is, after this Simon Sinek video, a starter question. So you guys, with your mind on the question of what have you started your regenerative neighborhood, right? Many of you, multiple of you have already or are in the process of this. Take a couple of minutes here. We're going to leave you a minute or two to answer what would be the intention of your regenerative neighborhood, right? The intention being your why. Like, why are you doing this? What is the mission of your regenerative neighborhood at a grand level? Take a couple minutes, like a couple seconds, a minute or two. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't be shy about this one. There's a type of business model that I've been following for the last few years, which is called the exponential organization model. The exponential organization model is pretty much based on a concept called your MTP, your massive transformative purpose. And this is like the biggest thing you could imagine, right? Like if it's not so big that you have no idea how you're going to do it, or that it's not scary to the average person, it's not big enough. For example, Google's MTP is to organize the world's information, right? Like massive, 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 massive. Amazon's MTP is everything from A to Z. You know, just like literally, like, yo, when you talk to an average person and they hear that, they go, well, how are you even going to do that? That's crazy. And this is the kind of thing that evokes emotions in people. And it makes people go, oh, wow, let me look into this. Let me see what this person's talking about, because it seems crazy. And any publicity is good publicity in my mind, and in a lot of marketers' context. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead. Someone share yours and a little bit about that idea. Someone go first. Jem, Andoni, Michael, go ahead and share. Or Sonia.
All right, I'll start. Hello, guys. This is Anthony, and uh, I mean, I wish I could express it in better terms, but my goal in uh, any of the communities that I'm currently a part of is to create, first of all, a long-term uh, project, not just something that's transactional, not just something that's like for a season, but something that will be very institutional, something that will run itself or become alive in itself. So it's a long-term project. And I see it as regenpreneur, like regenerative entrepreneurship communities. And that's a very open way to say that I like my vision here is for the spaces, and this is fundamental. Spaces have a very strong influence on people. Places have a strong influence on people, you know? So it's about having or creating a place, a space for entrepreneurship to flourish, for people to become creative, to have a mind shift, a paradigm shift that allows them to not just transition from what traditional living, but also step up and offer the world their new vision, offer like in whatever it is, you know, in a very productive way, because I believe that when you have a productive, active community and places that allow and make this happen, is when you get the best results, when it's truly sustainable, when people actually have the opportunity to create a new way of life, a new livelihood. And that's very important to me in whatever it is that I'm doing, you know, like in the couple of projects that I'm looking at, either urban or suburban, they all reflect a need, a longing that I found in a lot of people. Sometimes it's not expressed overtly or as such a front, but it's people want to change and people want to be around people that provoke and sustain that change. And that's the type of community that I'd be looking for the neighborhood to hold, to like spark up and hold.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, nice. Thank you, Endo. Okay, Jem, go ahead. Share yours.
Yeah, I put two things. Like first, yeah, my intention is to create like a nomad community, and right now I'm working on my project, which I believe that I don't know. I want to create a model that people don't scare to live in a community, you know, with a less commitment, but in a productive way. I don't know how, yet, but this is my intention, let's say like that. And especially for example, I'm living in Turkey, and this regenerative neighborhood isn't even is not a subject. We don't even discuss about this regeneration moment or something like that. So I want to create a model that could also work in Turkey and give some hope to the people. Those are my intentions.
Oh,
Okay, which one is his?
I really love this one, Jem. I connect with that a lot. I'm nomadic as well. I really enjoy that lifestyle, and I can also see a growing demographic of people that are maybe a little bit hesitant to commit to one long-term place, which I understand. So yeah, I would pinpoint on that. I have a couple of ideas of how you could make that happen. One is having a membership in between different community projects, and this is really how I would like to live my life, at least for the next couple of years. So yeah, let's brainstorm that a little bit further. And I really love yours, Andoni, as well. I think this is something really powerful and important, and putting the focus in your mind that we're building something together. We're not only living among each other, we're working on our startups, we're working on our projects, we're creative together, and this is really the most bonding experience in a community setting. Mine is provide a sanctuary to all animals in need. This is a work in progress and something that's on my mind. I think merging a couple of these intentions would be my goal and my dream. But that's like the shining star of the intention.
Okay, beautiful.
Michael?
Yeah, Michael?
Hey folks, Oscar, hope you're okay over there.
Yeah, I just had I'm drinking a protein shake, and there was like a little bubble of like powder in the shake, and it exploded in my throat and like coated my throat in powder. So I was like choking and sneezing out here. Jeez.
You did the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm glad you're all right, brother. And I love this question because it's so challenging to answer, and because there's so many ways to say the same thing, right? There's so many like visions overlapping each other and like language ways of describing it. Anyway, mine I wrote as poetically as possible: transform the planet into a dancing garden. And there's a lot baked into that statement. So dancing to me conjures like a life of joy, a life of play, a life of connection with people, an embodied connection, and in a truthful, authentic way. When you're dancing, like you can't lie, like your body is telling what you are right now, what you're feeling. And a garden in the sense that, well, we are actually literally gardening the natural world and cultivating a beautiful environment. But also everything that we is in the garden is being cultivated. Like we are cultivating ourselves. We're growing in love, coming to more harmony. Like a beautiful garden is one that is harmonious. And if we're transforming everything to a garden, then we're in a place that is cultivating our growth and the growth of the place around us.
Okay, so, beautiful.
Embodiment, joy, growth.
Okay.
Purpose.
Beautiful. Yeah, and so this first question, right? I love how you described it. It is a bit challenging, right? And it feels like, wow, it's so big, and like a lot of them overlap in a lot of ways, right? The purpose of this first section of the Community Alchemy Guide is to help turn this vision, idea, dream, you can call it, into something more tangible. And that's what we're going to be exploring today in today's call and today's workshop of honing the vision. It's taking what feels like a dream or just a vision or something so big that it's potentially even unattainable in some like aspect, and really drilling it down with certain questions and certain exercises that help us identify what are the components, right? However big a dream is or a problem or a challenge, when we break it down into individual components, it makes it much easier to address it and to solve it. So this is what today's activity and workshop will be about. So thank you guys for sharing. As you've noticed, I've carried over your 3 points over here to a later exercise that we'll be doing, where we will be going over the why, the how, the what, the who, the where, all the way down to boiling it together into a vision statement, which is turning a dream that's potentially vague and ambiguous into a really thought out idea of like the purpose, how it happens, what it is, who's involved, and where it could even be. So we'll be heading over there a little bit later. Okay, so with now discussing where we're going, and I will remind you guys, all of this is when you look at the alchemy guide, remember that the purpose of this course specifically is to outline 60 questions with the vision holder, right? This is what you see in the agent workbook. In the agent workbook, you see that there are a series of about 60 questions, and we're iterating, we're like actively working with a project here. And as people ask us questions, we realize it's really important to break some questions into 2 or 3 parts sometimes, which is kind of what we're doing here as we've been reviewing the curriculum we're going to be sharing with you guys. We've been breaking some of these questions down into easier to digest pieces that make it more guided. Instead of having to figure out a whole statement, you're figuring out 3 individual questions and then sticking them all together. So remember, you guys, this is where the agent workbook is. And the agent workbook links you over to the Community Alchemy guide. So again, we're following this model of like, hey, what's your vision, right? Your vision is comprised of what is your intention, what is your mission, what are some long-term goals, and then each of these questions even breaks down further into the Community Alchemy guide, where those 3 questions are broken down into about 15 questions. Things like, where are you now? What is your origin? Where did you come from? What are some of your values that are important to you, right? All of this helps boil down to your big why. Why are you doing this? And all of this helps you define over here your mission statement. What is the thing that you will do? I really love this definition of a mission statement, right? It's very easy to mix up your mission and your vision. Your mission is defined as what will happen when the people on your team, in this case, your community, is working together in the best way possible, right? When you guys execute on everything that you intend to do. This is your mission statement. Whereas your vision is what will happen when everybody in the world, anyone that visits, anyone outside of just your team, also supports the bigger picture, right? The vision is the world-changing thing. The mission is the mechanism by which that world-changing thing occurs. And so again, those 3 questions are broken down in the Alchemy Guide into a series of questions and exercises that you as a consultant will be guiding vision holders through this process. Literally 1 question at a time, 1 piece at a time, getting all the way to the end of this, where you stick it all together and you end up making a vision statement, which is your vision document rather, which is literally a combination of your big why, your mission, some of the goals that you have. And this is the document that your vision holders will be sharing with potential community members that want to join their project. And it's key. Many projects don't have something like this. So it's a little bit ambiguous. And as humans, one thing you really, really need to remember is we don't love to step into ambiguous moments. We don't love it, Oh, we can just
That's
stick it
fine,
together.
yeah.
Sorry, guys, I just pressed the wrong button. Okay, so yeah, as humans, we don't like to step into the unknown. It requires more resources from us, right? We're always, if we don't know what's behind that door, it could be death. And this, literally everything in our body is programmed to avoid death. So if there's even a chance that there's death behind that door, it freaks us out. And this is how our body keeps us safe. So the more clear that we describe things and present things to people, especially around a place where they will be living in the future, it's key. And this is what all of these exercises are about. What screen am I sharing right now?
And let me see. I'm in the mirror, so I'm not.
Yeah, I need to
sure
see
which
the
one.
thing on your computers because I don't know what I'm sharing right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. You're not sharing anything.
I'm not
at
sharing
the moment.
anything. Okay, great.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's important to add that it's not only for forward facing, but it's also, this document is something that should be reviewed by the vision holder and the whole community regularly, so you know that you're aligned with your higher vision and purpose along the way. And this is something that serving people that are coming into the space to actually understand what the community is about. We're going to go through a really cool exercise a little bit later on that's called Community Culture Canvas. We're going to do that for our little community of agents. That's going to be really fun to do it with you guys to convey all of these things that we're mentioning right now.
Okay, so quick recap of last week, right? So last week we discussed what are some goals as an agent, right? And I want to reiterate that in this first level of agenthood that you guys are entering, the goal is to walk the vision holder through a series of questions, right? These are the questions that you can find in your agent workbook that we've separated into the 10 sections of the Community Alchemy Guide, right? Those 10 sections being one, hone your community vision, and the other 10 that we'll be going through on the preceding calls after this one. Each one of these sections has a series of questions that you need to ask your vision holder. And these questions are not the easiest to figure out if it's your first time looking at them. Luckily, when you click here and you click Community Alchemy Guide, it takes you directly to the section that is boxed off in the guide, right? Because the guide is huge. It's like a couple hundred pages at this point, and it'll only get longer and bigger and more detailed. These are the essentially preparatory questions and follow-up questions that help you really, really pin down the most precise answer possible for that vision holder. And so this is your journey as an agent. So that's your goal as an agent at this moment, is to walk the vision holders through asking themselves these important questions, right? I don't want anyone to feel stressed in any way that, oh my God, look at all these things I need to know. How am I going to ever learn all of this stuff in just a couple of calls or before I meet my first client? It's a journey, definitely. Luckily, a lot of really smart people for a long time before us have been preparing from their experiences, both as vision holders, community creators, and consultants, guides on what are things that they wish they did first, what are things that went really good for them and really bad for them. And we have been compiling all of this stuff into the Community Alchemy Guide. That's what this guide is made of, both from our sources and from other people that we're meeting along this beautiful journey that share all of their feedback, right? They upload content into this, like this guy, Philip here. I'm a lawyer currently living in a community in Guatemala. I'm starting my own course. Check out my course here. Like, super awesome guy sharing knowledge and content. We have other like excerpts from other people that like wrote other books from the TDF guide and other things like this. Okay, we reviewed the consulting phases. Today we're on phase 1. We're going to go through it in detail and the objectives for each of those phases. And we did a case study, which we'll be doing again today. Okay, so with all of this in mind, let's go to the other side of the spectrum, right? So best case is a vision holder understands his dream, puts it on paper well, and shares it effectively. People understand what's happening. They don't have this like uncertainty, and they join the community. What's the flip side of that? What could go wrong if a vision holder doesn't get his vision and dream really written down and just goes for it without measuring twice? You know the saying, measure twice, cut once? What happens if the guy doesn't even measure once? What can happen? I'd love for you guys to write a few potential answers of what could go wrong when the vision isn't very clear. as they proceed with their community creation process. We'll take like 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to be grouping the ones that are pretty similar because a lot of these are very, very spot on. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Okay, yeah, whoever wrote losing hope, that's a really good one, right? That's like, I think the result of all of these put together is the result of losing hope, right? Creating a community is a really big project, long term, requires stamina. And when one thing goes wrong and another thing goes wrong and another thing goes wrong, the big result that happens is people lose hope. And they stop enjoying the journey of creating their community. And that's sad. Our work as consultants is very effectively to minimize the amount of what someone said here, wasted effort, lack of communication, people leaving because they're confused. Does anyone want to share anything about one of theirs? Maybe they've seen something like this happen in a project in the past or has even experienced it themselves they would like to share?
I can share my experience actually. I wrote the losing hope because what I felt like a couple of months ago, it's completely that. Because I started my project, I wrote a manifesto, but it didn't. Then I didn't work so much on the vision, mission, or this kind of stuff. So I realized that nobody is joining to me. Even I really believe in my vision, I couldn't find the support that I was expecting. But it's because of me. It's because I didn't mention the vision mission really well. So what I'm experiencing is completely that right now. So it's good to know what is the solutions actually. So thanks.
Okay, nice, man. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, right. And like what like in this whole startup world of like projects and businesses and now regenerative neighborhoods that I'm exploring and working with. I really enjoy an event called Fuck Up Nights, which is where entrepreneurs come together to share big mistakes that they've made, missteps in their journey that can really like shed the light for others and share a little bit of forewarning and some solutions that they've come to only after the lesson that they learned. So cool, Jem. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, does anyone want to share anything else? Yeah, go ahead, Endo.
Yeah, I wanted to share something that I kind of just realized when thinking about this question, and is many of the projects that people with me that don't take off is because of a lack of vision. I mean, you have usually a very talented founder or founding team that have like this amazing personality, an amazing concept, if I can call it as such. But once they want to translate that into community, neighborhood, land development, it just flops. Like I remember always, I think it was Plato who said that from the world of ideas to reality, it takes a 1,000 to 1 effort. So for every idea that you have, for you to bring it down to earth, it's going to take 1,000 times the effort it took to have that idea.
Definitely.
And people realize that it's not just about, you know, sitting down on the can and writing something, or like it's a massive effort. If you have a good idea, if you have a good concept, now accept the fact that you need to go 1,000 times more to actually put that in a vision, to articulate it in a strong statement with powerful words that like make people be resonant. I think people sometimes don't realize that vision is not just having it in your head. It's not just having an idea. It's articulating it. It's sharing it, making sometimes a very democratic effort. I find that when you democratize the vision process, it brings people in. So yeah, that's kind of what I've seen. You know, people before they even get to spend enough time refining their project vision is because they don't realize how the work it actually takes to have a project vision in the first place, not just a good idea, which is a different thing.
Dude, I couldn't agree more. From the position of like entrepreneur and a radical collaborative human that I consider myself to be, taking an idea from your mind to paper is at least 1,000 steps in to reality. And then you need to raise that to an exponential for each other person that you're bringing into this vision. So like to the 1,000, add one more zero at the end to bring one more person onto the team that is going to help you so that you stay aligned with the vision. And then another zero for the next person that you bring onto the team and the next person that you bring onto the team. And this is one of, with business consulting in mind, one of the biggest challenges for a company is the scaling process. Going from 1 employee to 5 employees to 10 to 100 employees. This is where businesses hit a wall. It's the same with community, you guys. It is.
Add some.
Yeah, please.
That's the importance of tools, both mental tools, digital tools, physical tools. Like that's why it's important to not just keep it in a verbal level, but actually commit for that vision to become an equation, to dumb it down, so that it is like a self-replicating equation that once you put a little seed into someone, and that seed has the vision, but a seed holds a forest. So you don't need to explain to any one of the people joining your movement uh, in whatever capacity the same thing 1,000 times exponentially if you do a good job, and not just good, a great job in simplifying that vision into like literally a mathematical equation of sorts that's self-explanatory, that like people just subconsciously get a lot of it, you know, like
Right.
without having to actually go ahead and saying it. And that goes with digital tools very far, in the sense that you can cram up a lot of information in a like mind map kind of toolkits that you find out there, and allow people to develop like wiki the shit out of it, you know, and it's everybody gets their own sense of development, but it all comes within the same framework. It all, and that's the importance of principle. You know, like in consulting, I was taught when you start a company, they always tell you, what's your vision? What's your mission? What are your values? You know, what are your principles? And a lot of people don't pay real attention to that, or don't give that the power it holds, because they think it's just, you know, bullshit. It's just words. It's just, you know, copy paste from whatever Google says mission, vision, and values of a company should be, or in this case of a neighborhood. But when you take it for real and you distill that vision into the principles, like into the essence of it, then that essence has the power to become self-explanatory, self-developing. So whoever comes in, as long as they understand the principles, they'll have a guideline that they will find themselves in without running the course. And I think that's so important when you're developing that vision. It's not just about putting words out there, it's about putting smart, intelligent, like self-intelligible words that extend beyond themselves and help you not need to outperform that exponential level of complexity that the development itself is going to bring.
Right. I like how you put it. You know, I think the key to like the purpose of a good vision and mission is that anyone who reads it and understands it, in a moment where they have to make a decision, that mission and vision become their guiding light. And it can help them autonomously as self-leaders make the right decision that leads everyone in that general right direction. Also, because of the tools that exist today, is the reason why startup businesses have multiplied and are growing so quick. Like, look at Amazon. In a matter of years, Amazon became the biggest company in the world. Literally. It took them only a couple of years to outperform the other biggest company that had been around for hundreds of years. And, you know, it feels mind-boggling, but it's due to technology. And this is one of the things that we really, really want to share with you guys. This is one of the, I want to call it, unique selling propositions of what Regen Tribe is doing. We are working really, really focused on integrating technology solutions and business practices of today's startups into the community and regenerative neighborhood creation process. This is one of the things that we are really proud of and what we really, really, really want to embody and share with you guys. Exactly how you just said that, Andoni. I'm going to take an aside from the Miro board, and I want to show you guys how that is embodying in the Regen Tribe ecosystem. Let me see what I'm sharing real quick. I'm not sure what's on my screen sometimes. Okay, cool. Yeah, so exactly what this is, here in Honduras, we are working with a very early stage community in formation. It's a digital community of people, and they have all descended on this physical project called Prospera. And they're living here for 2 months with the intention and long-term vision of creating a permanent settlement at this project, teaming up with them. They already have some infrastructure and building out their own infrastructure to create a long-term community experience. The first workshop, in line with what we're doing here, this afternoon, we will be leading their 200 people that are here through an exercise to boil down what is the vision of this place. And just like Andoni said, right, the first step is the vision, the person who got this idea, his name is Lawrence, to get it and understand the idea. The next step for him was to write it down somewhere. Then he passed it to a co-founder. His name is Nicholas. And so now the two of them brought together this project that's happening here in Honduras. They've attracted 200 people. Now they're about to go from 2 people in a room talking about their mission and their vision, to 200 people in the room talking about their missions and their visions. If it lived in just a notebook or just a Google document, it wouldn't be as effective. So one of the things that we're using is the Tribes platform to provide a real-time documentation source that allows people to interact with this mission and vision. So I'm sharing my screen here. This is the Tribes platform. We've created a group for Vitalia. This is the project that we're working with. This is the digital community of individuals. Here's their description for this experience happening here. It's a pop-up city with the focus on longevity research and an innovation hub creation. It's a 2-month pop-up city here on the island of Roatan, and their intention, this is their like ambiguous vision, to make death optional. Right? These guys are all like scientists, entrepreneurs, engineers, also some artists and some creatives, community creators, a bunch of different mix of humans, all working with this idea of longevity, that aging is a disease that can be cured with the right medicine and the right technologies and the right practices. So this is their intention, right? This is their group page. They harbored renegade scientists, artists, biotechnology engineers, and entrepreneurs driven to cherish life, right? So this is their page. In the discussion forum, we are adding literally exactly how I described to you guys. Your job as a consultant will be to walk them through the process of asking themselves these key questions. What are the questions? Well, one of them is, what is the intention of the Vitalia permanent community? And we invite them to reply and answer here, creating essentially a live document of people both reading the intentions and being able to share their vision and their version of it as well. Another one is, what are the values of Vitalia, right? One of the key ones I've noticed already is collaboration between the Vitalians. The people here working on their own projects are highly encouraged to collaborate and support each other to grow faster. Another exercise that we'll be going through at the end of the call together is this community culture canvas. This is a beautiful variant of a company culture canvas that Nicole has worked on, and we have actually done with Regen Tribe. We'll share it as well. We'll show it to you guys later. That goes through the key questions. You know how I said the intention is the middle, the purpose, the values. And from that, you can identify what the culture that will permeate in a place will be. And it's hard to just say what it is, but through these 8, 9, 10 questions, you can really begin to identify it. And like Andoni said, very explicitly and clearly share it with others. So when they have to make their own decision as empowered leaders, they make the decision that aligns with the collective vision. And this is what we want at the utmost, both as an entrepreneur starting a business, also as a community vision holder, starting a community, for your community members to be empowered to make decisions on their own, also in the right direction of the culture and vision and mission of the community. So along with the mission and vision, the community culture is the key third piece of the honing the vision of your regenerative neighborhood. We'll be going through this exercise as well at the end. We'll do one together. Us on this call as a community of agents. What are our priorities? What are our rituals? What are our norms? We're going to go through it later. But I set this out so you guys could see one of these digital tools in action that allows us to communicate information in real time and allows the community members to have what we call this like hive mentality, where everyone is on the same page, working on things together and supporting each other's thought process to grow together. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, we're back to the board. Okay, so we check the analysis. We go through some of the common challenges. Yes, spending money in the wrong areas. I think you guys nailed this one with all of the suggestions you put up here. Attracting the wrong members, failure to articulate the vision, losing members, wasting time, ending up in the wrong situation. Totally. And us as consultants, we want to help people. We want none of this to happen to our community like team, right? We want none of this to be an option for them because it sucks. So we do it by helping them articulate their vision effectively. So here we have an example of like some vague visions, right? That are broad. They use buzzwords. Some examples are, we want a holistic community that grows its own food. Like that's the first step, right? In the process. Through the exercises that we will do in the next few minutes, we will evolve these basic sentences into really, really more detailed ones. Like, we want a small family-friendly co-housing community in the forest, focused on wellness, growing food, healthy alternatives for children. It pretty much just breaks down the one sentence idea into our why, how, what, who, when, and where. And this is what we'll go through in the next exercise. Okay, we're like halfway through the call. I'd love to invite everyone to like a little bathroom break, take a minute. When we come back, we're gonna go into our work little exercise where some of us will be the vision holders, some of us will be an agent, and we will pick each other's brains through the process to see how this goes. Because there's 5 of us, 3 of us on the call, and then 2 of us here, 3 of us here.
I think we can do 2 people per room. One is supposed to be a note taker. Maybe let's do a role play when one person is the agent and is a note taker, which will be more close to the reality. And then we can cover all of the 3 intentions that you posted in there.
I think it'd be nice to have like 2 on the call on one group with one of us in the group to kind of help guide.
Okay.
And then the other 2 in another group and the other one of us to help guide. So, all right, you guys take a couple minute break. It's 12:05 right now for me. Hit the bathroom, grab some water. I'm going to drink some water and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. I don't know. What am I sharing right now? My screen?
Yeah.
Cancel. Okay. I'm not
Hey
sharing.
guys.
What's up, Michael? How you doing?
I'm good. I carved out time in my work days for these calls, so
Okay, you're great, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's exciting to share this, you know, like it's super exciting because we're doing it in real life right now. So it's like really, really active in our mind. Like we're observing it happening, and it's a really cool experience for you guys as well. To like, it's like you're here consulting with us, right? Every workshop that we do, we're going to be sharing updates. We're going to invite you guys to those
oh,
groups.
so cool.
So you see how it evolves, and you see how like it's really not rocket science, man. It's really
Yeah.
not brain surgery.
It's guidance.
It's guidance, right? You know, I make this funny joke like, oh my God, we're such Tulum people. Like we became coaches, you know, like we became community coaches at the end, which is really what it is. Like we've seen a lot of good things and bad things. And now we're just coaching people to like take all the ladders and avoid all the chutes.
Which to me seems like the fun and the good work. Like I'm
It
excited
is.
by what you guys are doing right now. It's so cool. You're in a project currently. Like I'm like,
Right.
I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, dude, it's really fun, man. And you know, like, dude, so many, like, they have so much logistical stuff happening that like the doing definitely over is prioritized with the planning, right? Like they want to make sure the experience here works and that things are happening. And so our role to hold that space of like, hey, we're going to hold the planning piece and the communicating piece and the logging piece for you is worth their weight in gold. That at the end of this wonderful experience, they're also going to have a really awesome plan, not just from their brains, but also with the feedback of the rest of the community. And I think this is what makes a community consulting role so valuable, that it's not just one CEO and his executive board making the decision up top. If you design a proper community, it's inclusive of everybody. So to take a little bit of time to take the idea from upstairs, disseminate that, and get feedback from everybody else is like crucial.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Getting people to buy in on that stuff as well. is important. Like I've heard of so many organizations where the values are just forgotten completely, like the
Oh, yeah,
non-embodied.
Right. You know, and then like once that happens, like decisions start becoming not aligned, like from your leadership, and as the company grow, like when the company's small, you catch it, right? The CEO notices what his lead sales guy's doing, but like a few iterations out, when there's like 10 sales guys and one guy decides to sell to this person that doesn't actually match the values, you start getting like the company starts becoming like odd shaped, and it's never good for me. And it happens in community a lot. It's very easy that happens, and then that leads to like stress within the community.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
this is when communities start feeling uncomfortable to live in, and that's like the train wreck. That's the ultimate train wreck that we want to avoid.
We gotta align everyone so we have
Yeah.
a strong structure.
I'm gonna grab some more. Yeah, totally. Are you making the papers for the mind map?
For what?
For the culture canvas?
What kind of papers do you mean? I have them printed.
Decision making, meetings.
Yeah,
Like one A4
Tails is
for each.
gonna
Tails is gonna
get a big one. It's gonna be nicer that way. It's gonna be nicer that way. It's gonna
How big
look.
is it gonna be?
Sorry?
How big is it gonna be?
Like A0 is gonna be big.
I don't know what that means.
It's like A4 is look.
It's a piece of paper. Okay, here's A4.
I'm gonna show you a photo. This is what A0 is. It's a big one.
But like, whatever. It just complicates. She just has to buy more stuff, right? I'm always on the channel, like buying less stuff and like.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's gonna look nicer, and if not, we can just set it up in a different way. Don't worry about it.
Like, how do you even know they have that paper there?
Sorry?
How do you even know they have that paper there?
I don't know if they have it. I'm like.
And then what? You're gonna write it on hand?
visualizing- Yeah, it's gonna look nice.
And you're just gonna put one big one on the wall.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah, that would be ideal. I don't think like yeah, we can do it if
It would look great
they-
like that. Like, it would look great. Like decision making. Probably look at the size of this. It would be huge, and it's clear because it defines that's priorities and that's rituals. Right?
Yeah, but it can be done
And
by
have
hand as well. It's like it's not gonna look so nice.
Purposes, values, and feedback. And then norms and rules, whatever. And the last thing. Like it would be just like this. And each one would have a label. You just have to label each one on the top. This one would be purposes, values, like top and bottom. So it's like here purposes, here values. Like I think that's an elegant solution and easy, and it's cool because we can take it apart and put them and stack them and move them easily. But whatever. And we don't need a weird size paper in case they don't have it. Just a solution in case they don't have it.
Yeah. I like that solution.
Okay.
I'm feeling good about it.
Cool.
You guys have an idea where you're gonna be in the fall?
Yeah, brainstorming that right now.
Fall, yeah.
We're thinking about we're most likely going to be in Europe, so thinking Berlin for a month or so, and then there's a couple of different opportunities that are presenting themselves. Maybe Portugal, it might be Thailand potentially. Just like keeping our options open for that. But yeah, I think for me it's gonna be the other side of the world, not Americas for the time. Europe is beautiful in the summer.
Not Americas. I like it.
What about you?
Well, Tweet and I are thinking to go to Europe in September, October timing.
Okay,
Cool.
nice. Yeah, let's link then.
Berlin.
That'd be dope. Sorry.
Yeah, we definitely want to spend a little bit more time.
It'll be our second honeymoon.
Oh, nice.
All right, yeah. Awesome,
Anniversary.
awesome honeymoon. Nice. What was your first honeymoon?
We went searching around little towns around where we got married, and we found a place to live.
Nice.
We're like,
That's a
yeah,
good-
this little town is perfect.
That's a productive honeymoon.
Yes, it was.
Okay, you guys. Hello, hello.
Yes, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so we're back in it to win it. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let me know when you're here. Let me know when you're here.
Okay, I'm gonna create the breakout room. So it's gonna be 2 groups then. It's gonna be 2 groups. Vivi, how's your connection? I haven't heard you for a moment, and I don't know how you...
Hi. The connection is great. It's working great actually. It's just that I've changed my plan, and I always buy the unlimited internet option, but now the ability for my iPhone, which I think has to do with the service, like with the provider, the ability of my phone to do a hotspot for my laptop disappeared. So now I have to do it from my
Ooh.
phone, which is
I know that feeling.
yeah, which is a bit annoying. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know if there's a way for them to disable that, or I'll just have to get another plan. But yeah, that just happened now when I got here. So I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it from my phone. And then yeah, I tried to reset the settings, and then I was out for like 15 minutes in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry, Viv. We're going to be spending a lot of
Now
time
I'm
together.
back and I can hear everything very clearly. So
You're just
Okay,
gonna have
sweet.
to be the hotspot yourself.
good.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just be verbal engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's also why my camera is off, because my phone's battery is super shitty, even though it's new, and I hope it's gonna last throughout the whole call.
Okay.
But that's why
Okay.
I have disabled anything, so I can last as long as possible.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Okay, cool. Let's
Okay, so let's do
go
this.
into
Yeah, so we're gonna
breakouts.
do this exercise real quick, you guys, right? We've now discussed like the value and the importance and like the criticalness of taking a high level idea and breaking it down into its individual components. That Simon Sinek video is like one of the guides for me of like starting with why are we doing this? And then going how, what, and then including the who and the where, and then the when even. So we're gonna do this. I took 3 of your options from the previous exercise.
Do we have the capacity to do 3 if you want to divide it into 3 people groups, assuming that Nicole is just tuning in?
Yeah, I think we can just individuals. I think you guys can like take it on and let's just go into breakout groups. We'll see who lands in what group. Right, the exercise will be for you guys to take this, your vague vision, and ask yourself the big why. Why are you going to create this? And write that down in a sentence. You know, it could be like, oh, be like long-term regenpreneur community. It could be well, so I'll do mine real quick. Mine was like to change the way society interacts with itself and with nature. You know, like the why would be because humans are killing each other and killing the environment. That's my big why. That's why we need to do this. How are we going to do this? By creating programming and infrastructure that helps the humans learn to reconnect with each other, and that integrates more effectively and consciously with the environment. That's my how. What am I creating? I'm creating a community where people take courses to connect with each other and where they build in ways that are mirroring and aligned with nature. Who and where, et cetera, et cetera. So that's just a quick run of a short example of mine. We're going to break into groups. I would like them to break into their own groups. So once you break into your groups, I would love for you guys to work on one of your own with your partner and then maybe switch to your other partners. Ooh, I'm offline, it says.
How do you know this is just a mirror? Mirror does that.
Oh, okay.
If they're online.
So just hit the breakout groups. Does anyone have any questions about the breakout groups they're about to go into?
You need to do the breakout groups. Let me help
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Okay, you have that breakout.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's
We
up,
were
girl?
to be assigned like one is the project, like one is the agent, and one is the role of the project, right, or the vision holder.
Yes. So whoever's idea is on there, I also invite one of you, if your idea is not there, to bring your idea into it. One of you
Okay,
be the
got it.
vision holder answering, and the other of you be the agent. Be the agent asking the guiding question, right? Kind of like a therapist. Just ask them questions to help. Like, really, it's what would it take for you to understand more clearly what they want to share, and write that down for them, right? This is really what we're doing. We're coaches that listen and write down as they go through their divine download from upstairs. We're just helping lead that and guide that. So Sonia's
right,
setting up
thanks.
the breakout rooms right now.
You're right, you want them to be like, it's not possible for people to choose. You have to either choose manually or it's gonna go automatically into breakout rooms.
I'm just gonna make 3 and it can be randomly.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna break you out randomly. Get in there, enjoy it. If you have any questions, message us. We'll be here.
Okay, we're gonna have to leave here.
Can I move people here? No. Oh yeah, and only people, me, Michael, and Firefly. That's not gonna work. Nicole, are you there? Are you present? I don't think Nicole's present.
Yeah, but Nicole's just tuning in, so she can
So I'm
be
gonna
as
put
as an addition.
Premier. Where are you?
I'm Regen Tribe.
And then they were 4.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Anthony. Where are you
Yeah.
right now? Where are you sitting right now, Anthony?
In my baby's room. By myself.
Your baby's room. Amazing.
Classroom. Whenever you
Yeah.
here.
Sorry guys, I just got a call and I got kicked out of the call.
Okay, so we have room 1.
It's going down over here. There was a flooding in the community clubhouse today.
All right.
So I'm not hearing any of these.
I guess you're still breaking the rooms out.
Yes.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Your audio's not coming through, Anthony.
Okay, wait a second. I cannot assign myself to a group. That's weird. Okay, there will be 2 groups. Michael
Yeah, there's
also
been 2
busy.
groups.
Okay, you guys.
I'm going in.
Okay, you're in.
I'm in.
Hi. I don't know if you're there, Nicole. I couldn't assign myself anywhere. I can put you in another room. Oh, it didn't join. Well, I guess you're stuck with me right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm happy we are here with our note taker. Why is it that Zoom doesn't let you assign yourself to a breakout room? Okay, I'm just gonna join another room.
Oh my God, no.
Before I broken out the breakout rooms. We'll close in 40 seconds. Okay, for a second, we need to pee.
Okay, we got 30 seconds. You guys, 30 seconds. Hmm.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
Your robot.
Maybe that's his personal preference. Yeah, for, all right, well, okay, I guess the time is gonna be up.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, nice. And we're back.
Like either you mute or I have to mute. I mean,
Okay. Hi. Hi, nice to see you again, guys. Okay, so we have around 10 minutes left on the clock.
Okay, share your screen as well.
Okay.
Unless you want me to do it, give me the right to do it. Okay, yeah, you guys, we have a 10-minute warning here, and we like have been taking kind of our sweet time, and so we're gonna blow through the next things because I want to get to the culture canvas to just walk you through it, and this will be something that I will leave as homework for you guys. Also, I've left some homework on the agent, what's this thing called? The agent portal document. At the very bottom of the agent portal document, we've left some tasks that we will be assigning to each one of the agents on the call for you guys to start interacting with some physical land projects through the platform.
Andoni already asked about that. Thank you for going through it, Andoni. So yeah, it wasn't supposed to be for today, but after that, let's get familiar with it. And if there are any questions about how to do it, you can reach out to me. We also launched the Telegram group for the agents, so we can communicate a little bit easier. So any doubt, any questions, please post it in there.
Yeah, and you guys mindful, right? You guys are the first cohort. And you guys as new agents, because this will be a revolving door. We'll be doing both this programming async with people watching the videos and just getting feedback from us. And we'll be doing a whole nother cohort probably in the fall, I would guess. But in between that, we will be doing a in-person one, both in Mexico and then also in San Diego, California, for a short amount of time, where we will also be sharing the live process like we are here.
I'm gonna maybe assign different color post-its to all of you guys, and as we're gonna be doing it async later on, we're not gonna have time today to go through the whole canvas. Oscar is gonna onboard us on how to use it. You have a bunch of resources there that you can use, and also look at our Regen Tribe community culture canvas. So after this call, whenever you have time, pop in there, use your post-its, and yeah, share your brain on how you can see this agent community purpose and practices that reflect it.
Okay, so we had a beautiful breakout group in our group of like, I want to share one thing about that is like differentiating between the how and the what, right? Going from your first vision statement to the why, which is like stating the problem. What are you wanting to solve in the world or in your life with this community? That's your why. It's kind of your driving force. Then the how is like some of the goals that you set for your community. That's kind of the how, all right? Not really measurable and just a bit more descriptive. And then the what becomes more tangible things that you will do for the community you're creating. And we separated it in our group into two things, one being infrastructure and one being programming, because this is really what a community is. The buildings and the people. The buildings are the infrastructure for the what description,
and human infrastructure.
And the programming and the activities are the human infrastructure that allows the humans to engage. We'll be going through a lot more examples of why, how, what exercises. This is really the baseline and the foundation of these things. So we'll go through it more. Okay, so we're moving on. Is my screen sharing right now?
No, my screen is sharing right now.
Okay, Sonia's screen is sharing right now. The next thing on the experience on this workshop was the case study, which is project here in Honduras. We already talked about it, right? It's a bunch of people interested in the concept of longevity, working on projects together that help move that science frontier forward and medical frontier forward of technologies and treatments and products that help long your life. I invite you guys all to keep a look and keep an eye on the Vitalia group on tribes. After our workshop today, I'll share some updates so you can see how the community engaged and interacted. We've printed out a bunch of culture canvases for the community here in Honduras that we will be walking them through and doing like the consulting game with them, just how we're doing it with you guys. Okay, I did the tribes demo. I showed you that. I'll share a few links with you guys. This is going to be part of your homework, you guys. On the tribes platform, we've now, like, if you look at the neighborhood map, can you open the neighborhood map real quick?
The neighborhood map on the tribes map.
Sorry.
No, that's ChatGPT. Yeah, that's a
Open a link to tribes on that browser right now.
I cannot log in here.
Okay, anyways, so I'll share some links for that too. Okay, so I want to take your attention for the last 4 minutes that we have to the Regen Tribe Community Culture Canvas. Here on the left, can you zoom in on this, please?
Yes.
Okay, one more to the left. So here on the left, we have kind of a little bit of a walkthrough on how to answer this. This document is really a compilation. This is the result of first the vision holder coming up with their dream sentence. Oh, this is my dream sentence. Then we decompress that and break it into many multiple parts with like the mission, the vision statement, and all of the questions that we asked previous, the why, the how, the what. It gives us our visioning document, which if you look at the, can you look at the Community Alchemy guide real quick?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, am I showing it?
Yeah, just go keep going. Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to go?
Okay, so here on the Community Alchemy guide, you guys see that the flow of this workbook is guided. Originally, our intention with this workbook was for a vision holder to go through this workbook on their own and be able to end up with a proper community plan. We are sharing our process on how we walk vision holders through this process. And this is what this course is with you guys, to explore each one of these questions in blue, more in depth. We're formatting it so it's more clear with every time that we make a pass, and with topics like this in the box as the main questions that they need to answer, like this one, like what is your mission statement? Like this one, here's your visioning document, right? This is going to be one of the resulting things that they do. Like this one, which is what are your goals 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now? So this is the flow of thought. Once they do that flow of thought and they've thought about that, we're going to plug all of that into this culture canvas, which is the thing we're about to share with you guys in these last couple of minutes. The culture canvas walks through the purpose, the values, and the preceding questions, which is like priorities, right? Like Michael, your dancing community and connection community. Would you prioritize, right? We prioritize, for example, creating a ballroom over creating a, maybe let's say a woodworking shop. And this is one way that you can do this experiment to prioritize the things that are crucial to your community based on your like interests and values and goals. Lots of questions here. Wish we had a little more time, but we're going to be doing this again for us as a community. I'm going to leave you guys with this exercise to take the Post-its on the side and add at least one or multiple Post-its for our blank community canvas, which is us as agents, us as a community of people interested in supporting others to create their long-term communities, right? I could say that maybe that is our purpose. We can add that to the purpose as one of the purposes. And I invite each of you to share things like this. If you have any questions, you can look at the guidance to the left that I like describes it a bit more, and we'll be reviewing that on our first call on Thursday when we go into our next part, because our next session will be how to recruit your ideal members. And to make sure we're recruiting the ideal members, we have to make sure we clearly convey what the culture of this place is, right? Identifying our hard yeses and our hard no's, like we talked about on our breakout room, Michael and Vivi. You can see that's on the bottom, behaviors, behavior plus on the left and behavior minus on the right. What behaviors do we agree with and don't agree with, and so forth and so on. For example, one of our meeting structures is we meet every Tuesday and Thursday as our team, and we'll have one monthly call post this where we're always checking in. And I invite you guys to start filling things in, ask questions. I want you guys to be active during the week in the Telegram group. Ask questions, check in with each other. I'd love to get in this like crypto process of saying GM, good morning to everyone, good night everyone. Whenever you're like thinking about each other, thinking about community, when it's on your mind, right? Michael, you and your project in your city you're transforming right now. Vivi, at the place that you're currently living in. Jen, you're about to go to Mexico and explore community with Nicole. And Ando, like you're revving to like get things going with regenerative real estate and projects. Every time it pops into your mind, say hello to each other, you guys. We're a tribe. The power of us is a collective and working together to do this stuff with each other's help, with each other's experience, and all of us collectively. So feel free, this is what it's for, right? We're a mini tribe within the big tribe, within the biggest tribe of humanity. And so take advantage of it. I'm happy you guys are here. It's great to connect with you guys every week and share this and see everyone's passion for it. We have a couple minutes, like we're over already, but if anyone wants to share anything, the floor is yours.
Anything that is unclear, anything that you would like more information on, maybe expand on, in the next workshops that we're gonna have. This, I'm gonna guide you here, this feedback. Maybe let's take a couple of minutes to fill in the feedback form, what worked, what didn't work, and what you want more of. That will give us a little bit more insights on how to design next Miro boards and how to guide the next workshops that we're gonna have. So you can verbally express it right now. You can just fill it in digitally.
Well, I find the exercise coming up interesting. Like we're doing the community vision board for the agents, and it seems like we're kind of going to be going through the questions solo and just putting our thoughts in that board, because we didn't do that as a group yet, like we just did in practice for the in the breakout rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that? Is that sounding correct? Like we're kind of throwing our thoughts down in the board together, and it's going to be a conglomeration of that.
Yeah, so not necessarily now. After the workshop, yes, that would be. But we're kind of hoping we're gonna have a little bit more time to go through it together, and that would be definitely beneficial. I assign the sticky notes, and so it's. We're gonna maybe go through it next time in the beginning of the call. But yeah, just dump in your thoughts, and you have the guide on how to fill in the community culture canvas. You also have the example of our region tribe culture canvas to go by. And so each of you thinking about like one or two things for each of the categories, or if you agree with something that you already see, just put a star next to it. Like what Oscar just shared, I'm gonna fill it in, like meetings, Tuesday.
So we should do this before Thursday.
Yes, that would be ideal, so that we can review
Great.
it and also have it. I would like to have it just like in our mind's eye, to remind ourselves, right? It's a really important practice. I really like this one because it's one thing to talk about the vision and the purpose, and this is what we want to be. And it's more grounding to talk about the practices that reflect that, to remind yourself constantly
How to do it.
yeah, how to do it when you interact with the community members and how you show up in the community. So I think it's really, really cool and really important.
And also,
Great.
you guys, reminder, this is, right, you guys are the cohort 0. You guys are the first group. This culture canvas of us as a tribe of agents is going to continue to grow. I'm gonna be honest, the first project that we build, our first clubhouse, is gonna be a home for the agents. Is gonna be a home for the most active participants in this movement that are creating more and more of these places around the world, so we can more quickly have more of these clubhouses. This will be on the wall and an active thing happening between us and the cohorts coming in. They'll be adding on to this and sharing their vision of it. So welcome you guys to like our internal community that will continue to more
Let's
agents.
play.
Yeah, you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here. Really enjoying these calls. I'm loving this. It's feeling really good and excited to keep you in tune as we do this here with Natalia. You'll see some updates that we share after our workshop this evening that we'll be hosting with them around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.
Which will be the community culture canvas mainly. So after we finish it and synthesize all of the insights from different community members, we're going to post it on the Tribe's platform.
I'm going to ask them if we can stream it live even, and I'd love to stream it live through our Regen Tribe Instagram and like YouTube.
That's cool. I think it's a cool idea.
Oscar, are you gonna be adding more links into the Miro for like the agent the workbook and stuff that you showed us?
Yeah, so the do you guys all have a link to the agent portal document?
I'm gonna resend it.
I don't think so.
Okay, we're gonna send you the agent portal document. This is one Google Doc that has all of the links to everything you need. The agent workbook, the Miro board, and all the calls. Every link to every call.
The Miro board. I was like, put it in the Miro board. It's like,
so we can put it in the Miro board, whatever's easiest for you guys, we'll drop it in there as well.
Also in the Telegram chat. I was trying to add you. I don't know if I.
To the Miro? I need to sign up for Miro. I'm on.
No. To the Telegram chat. I think.
Oh.
Let's do a group call. Let's do a group photo rather. Group photo. Everyone smile. Stop sharing your screen. Nicole, if you're there, smile, baby girl. Okay, we're gonna do a screenshot real quick.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, sweet, you guys. Thank you for a beautiful call. Thank you for your attention and your energy. Yeah, if each one of us creates one place and helps one person create a place, that's like 12 places right there that we've now like made impact in the world. This is the mindset that we all have. Okay, you guys, we'll talk soon. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Ciao, ciao, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.